We head there, and on the way I ask her questions about being a witch. What does a witch do besides spells? She smiled. We do spells to help people, and ourselves too. As long as we don't use it to do harm, we are allowed to use it. Only black witches use it for harm since their magic uses death and body parts for it to work. I shudder not wanting to think about it. Yuck! I doubt I would use it that way since it's gross if it involves body parts. I'm getting so far down the rabbit hole that I'm going to be seeing things that are not there. Witches can be good or bad, but what about our powers? Where do they come from? I asked. She smiled. They come from the universe. We can harness the energy to heal ourselves. We can use animal spirits to boost our powers. Tigers can give you strength and night vision for a certain amount of time. Even vampires can use it too. My eyes widened at that. Cool. Does that mean mermaids, unicorns, griffins, centaurs, and a ton of other creatures exist that I read up on now? She nodded. Yes, and they all reside in the Luxor realm. My mouth hung open. Wow. How did you know I was a witch? I asked, wanting to know if this was a joke or if she was serious. We've heard about a potential witch living in the Crystal Crest realm, not knowing her real heritage. We have intel from a few people named Autumn and Simon Hunt. They are a witch-vampire couple that lost a child after they were taken by an unknown assailant. That led us to you, and then we heard you were taken in by a couple who raised you as theirs. Wow. How did my adopted parents find me? She sighed. You were left alone too long without parents, and they took you in after they never came back for you at the hospital. They were having trouble conceiving, and that's when they found a baby that's sitting there without a parent. The hospital was happy to give you to them after they heard your parents' story. I smiled. At least I was given to someone who would care for me. Anika said, Yes, and we finally tracked you down after you had an episode of rage. Since your powers of fire are growing, there is no way to control it unless you go to Luxor Academy. There are always people monitoring the realms for unusual activity caused by potential witches. If that happens, then we pinpoint where it came from, and even the trace left over from the site. Each witch gives out a certain amount of energy unique to them. Then we find the witch for training and initiation. I put my head down. It's my fault since I set fire to the school after I was bullied so much. I could not take it anymore. They claimed I had matches, and the teacher accused me of cheating too, since the bullies got caught and said it was my fault. She laughed. Yes, you have powers like a fire rager. It happened in the 8th grade, right? I nod. Yes. The witches finally found me, and now I must deal with the consequences. I was prepared for it since it answered so many questions I have had, especially where I came from. Also, I was a witch vampire with fire powers. If it happened that long ago, then why are they not trying to find sooner since I had to be tracked down? She thought about it for a moment. Times are hard when you're the head witch, and your mom married your dad to keep the witches and vampires from killing each other. They got together, and after they consummated, you were born, which is unheard of since it's impossible. Then someone took you from them, and they have been getting others to look for them. They sent me to protect you and watch over you. Also, you will be able to meet your mom and dad now.